Hi, guys. Hey, it's Alex. Live and in person. I hope you guys are doing well. Please feel free to hit me up in the chat to let me know you're here as kind of like maybe a check-in. This is my first ever YouTube live chat or a live stream, so bear with me. Who do we have in the room? I hope I'm able to see the comments. Lord have mercy. I hope I can see your comments. Don't be shy. If you guys can hear me and if you can see me, can you also just send me a message so I can know where the messages are and I can see that you're out there? I see people are streaming, I see people are on, but hi, I see you, Lady Love 2020. Thank you so much. Thank you, darling. I hope you guys are doing well. Look at where my mouse is. My mouse is pointing right to God. That is so awesome. You guys probably can't see that, but my mouse is pointing right to God, which is amazing. Okay, darling. Well, since you are on, Lady Love, I know you paid for I know you paid for 4 questions, darling. So anytime you are ready, you can ask your questions. Yay! Thank you. Hi, Natasha. Thank you so much for joining, guys. I really appreciate it. You get to see me almost live and in person. And I'm just going to go ahead and apologize in advance because for a lot of you guys who I read for over the phone, you don't get to see the facial expressions. So unfortunately, you now get to see the facial expressions. So again, I'm just going to apologize in advance for some of those. Lady Love is saying hi to Natasha as well. And I have to say, you guys are long time clients. Thank you. Yeah. You guys have been riding with me since day one. And I so appreciate the love and support that you guys give me. Thank you so much. Lady Love, if you would like, you got 2 cards that fell out. So if you would like, you can start to ask your questions anytime. And by the way, guys, I have a natural RBF, which is a resting bitch face. So if you see me just with my New York mean mug on, just go with it. Don't take offense. Okay, I'm ready when you are. You got the Queen of Pentacles and the Prince of Pentacles. So this question has to be about money because the Pentacles are sitting right in front of me. I wonder if this is a question about a house or investing money, or when do you see me getting money so I can buy a house? That's funny. And guys, while Lady Love is formulating her question, just to give you guys a heads up on how this is going to work. Basically, if you are interested in asking me any questions, that I will answer here. I would ask that you send your payment. It's $5 a question. You could send it to $AlexAngel01 on Cash App. And make sure in your Cash App payment, you put down the number of questions, which, yeah, I passed third grade. So if you send me $20, I know that's for 4 questions. But just kind of make sure you put your number of questions, your YouTube name in case you're not using your government name. And you can send those over. And while we're in the live stream, I'm going to do my best to answer all of your questions, right? If for some reason you got more than 5 questions, don't even send me nothing. Go ahead and book a personal reading because that's a lot of questions. And then the rules are simple, flat questions. Hey, do you see my stimulus check coming in for July? Or do you see me getting this house and things like that? No compound questions. I gave an example. Do you see me and my girlfriend getting back together? And if so, how did she feel about me? That's a compound question. That's basically 2 or more questions in one breath. Okay. And then don't write me a book because I'm a little dyslexic and I suffer from performance anxiety. So I'll be sitting trying to read your message and, spend more time trying to understand your question than actually answering it. Okay. So just a couple of rules there. Okay. So Lady Love, she says, you know me too well. Hi, Anna, Miss A. Marie. Okay, Anna. Tasha. Natasha, so you only have 4 questions. That's fine. That's perfect. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, you guys know me. So Natasha says, hi, Lady Love. But you guys know me. So, you can reach out to me anytime and, book a reading and, spend some time with me. You guys are all close to my heart. My clients are not clients. A lot of you guys are like friends and extended family. So, my heart is open to you guys. I would like to know I would like to know how to be successful making money investing in home job. Aisha, that's a compound question, dude. How to be successful. Don't worry about being successful, right? Because that's like the carrot in front of the horse. If you get locked up into definitions of success, then you're not going to be successful at all. Not only that, but if you reach a level of success, you're going to want to be more successful and you won't enjoy the success you have. So how to be more successful with home, job, family, investing, money, just everything is honor the God within, honor yourself within. That's where the value comes from, right? Because money, job, family, well, not family, take that out, but money, job, house, car, all of that stuff doesn't light a candle compared to the value that's inside of here. Okay. I hope that answers your question, Aisha. Sorry, Lady Love. Natasha, anytime you're ready, you can ask your questions. I'm so happy you guys are here. Okay, good. You ain't got no problem with being successful, Miss Virgo. You wake up every day and you wake up every day in the morning and you're successful. And I don't mean, because God has given you life again. Hey, Stephanie, thanks for joining. Not because God gave you life, but you're a damn Virgo and you guys throw up money. Okay. Like you already know how I feel about Virgos. Y'all can come by anything, house, car, money, job, man, woman, just any and everything, again, just by opening up your eyes for that day. Congratulations on the apartment, Natasha. Yeah, yes, they did. I don't know I think it was your dad, Natasha. Natasha's question is, I got an apartment today. I just want to know if my parents approve. Absolutely, yes. I think your dad kind of came in and just did like that. I don't know if it's a favorite chair. I don't know if it's a bed, but it's almost like he just kind of plopped in, almost like he has marked his territory. So he's already picked out his room. He knows, where he's going to put the TV. Yeah, definitely. He does approve. Your mom, your mom is a little bit more refined. So she's always going to want the best for you. So nothing is good enough for you. So you could have picked out the best apartment ever, and your mom would still be like, well, I think you could have done better, right? Your mother would be somebody who's like, oh, the AC is burning too cold, right? Not that she's picky or anything like that, but nothing is too good for you as far as mom is concerned. Thanks, Natasha. I hope that answers your question. Guys, and as I am answering your question, I mean, I know I'm psychic and a lot of my clients know I'm psychic, but for others who may join, can like Lady Love did, can you go back and say, oh my God, that's right, or oh my God, yeah, I was thinking about that. Just kind of give others confirmation of my gift. Okay, moving on. Thanks, Lady Love. Is there anything the universe wants me to know in regards to my move to LA? Get a lot of sunblock. Natasha, to answer your question specifically, is for some reason I'm coming up with respiratory stuff. So it could be a difference in air quality. I know, especially LA and New York has like the smog over the city. So be very careful and take your time adjusting. I do kind of feel like a lot of congestion, right? In your lungs specifically, right? Now, here's the other thing too, because I feel like you're going to be running around doing so much and excited at the same time, right? And maybe it's you not taking care of yourself because you're so busy, or maybe it's you, it could be the AC, it could be the air quality, but I just see kind of like congestion for you specifically. So my answer to you, Natasha, is exactly this. As you were doing, kind of making plans and running around and doing everything, make sure you put yourself on that list. Okay. So you guys know I am a big proponent of sleep and enough food and rest and eating the right stuff. But for you, Natasha, specifically, you need to rest. Okay. I don't necessarily see you running around like a chicken with their head cut off, because you're a whole lot better than that. So you're very organized. You can project manage anything and everything. But I just see it being that much and you taking on that much, right? And then you kind of breaking down. Okay. So make sure you take care of you, because I do kind of feel like in this transition, you could actually get sick. What Angels just also said to me too is coronavirus. So don't get too lax where you're moving around and doing a bunch of stuff and you forget to protect yourself and then also your kids as well. Okay. So I hope that answers your question. Why are you in tears, Lady Love? Sorry. I just got to your question. Stephanie. Stephanie, you have to send a Cash App payment. They're $5 a question. I don't know if you sent anything, but for those of you who are still joining, the process is basically send your payment to AlexAngel01 on Cash App. So $ AlexAngel01, and put the number of questions, put your screen name. And once I receive your payment, I will answer your questions. Okay. Okay. Oh, thank you, Stephanie. Yes, please, Natasha. Yeah. All right. Lady Love 2020. I think you got 3 left. Natasha, you got 2 left, according to my calculations. If I'm off, you guys keep me honest. And while Natasha and also Lady Love are compiling questions, I also saw a payment from Jazz as well. Jazz, if you want to go ahead and chime in and ask your question, you can do so as well. And forgive me, guys, there's a lot of information on the side. So if for some reason I missed something, just retype it in, or, say, hey, Alex, scroll up. Okay. And I will continue to check my phone. I will continue to check my phone for payments as well. How are you guys feeling? For those of you who are here and say, for instance, who are not asking questions, please go ahead and feel free to kind of like check in and, let me know how you're doing, especially with this coronavirus thing. It doesn't seem like it's going anywhere, but from what I'm getting, it's almost like the virus itself it has everything to do with congestion and locking things into place. And it feels like right now, especially with all a gazillion planets in retrograde and it being eclipse season and the full moon and new moon and just all of this stuff, it almost feels like universally we're all being kind of like locked into place for whatever reasons. I mean, for a lot of people, God needs his time. So, he's definitely going to um, kind of make us feel stuck and keep us in place because, kind of like a caged rat. We have no, or caged bird, I should say. We have no choice but to sing. And we are only singing that song of God and to God, and he's going to sing one right back. So for a lot of you guys who could be suffering from like caged fever or, kind of getting frustrated with this pandemic, hold on. Hold on. The stuckness is in place for a reason. Okay. Now, getting back to my questions. You kidding me, Lady Love? That is a compound question like a motherfucker. Okay, that's like 9 questions into one. The other thing too, I will answer your question as far as what your spirit guide names are. Don't get caught up into this humanness with the labels of name. What do they look like? Is it a male or female? That's all human stuff. My mom asked me one time, well, what's my spiritual name and how does God know his children? And it's all based on vibration. It's almost like you could have 10 children and close your eyes and one of those kids walked in the room, you knew exactly who it was without seeing them. So when you say who your spirit guides are, Archangel Raphael is one of yours, right? He's one of your archangels. And guys, there are billions of angels in several different files. You have like virtues and dominions and archangels and angels and things of that nature. So there are billions of angels out there. So to say for instance, who are mine? It's the billion of them. What are their names? A billion of them. You know what I mean? Like, don't get caught up in that stuff. What I'm also getting for you, Lady Love, is that you have Gabriel around you. Gabrielle. It's kind of like a dual energy, both masculine and feminine. Gabriel was the angel who notified Mary that she would give birth to Jesus, right? I feel like this is a softer angel for you and a softer angel that's always around you to kind of like feed you love, if you will. She's always there to kind of like take care of you and to nurture you. I see her, kind of holding you a lot of the times close to her chest. Okay. So I hope that answers that question. I'm going to log that as one question. Next. Stephanie, that's a compound question. Okay. I see you sent 3. Thank you. What I'm going to try to do, Stephanie, is if I can scroll up and answer the questions you submitted previously. That's 2 questions, Jasmine. That's 2 questions. I'm going to answer the latter. Did he change his mind? No. That stuckness that I was talking about, remember, guys, we're still in the smack dab in the middle of a Mercury retrograde. And this particular Mercury retrograde just has to be the shittiest of the year. So it almost even feels like the freaking planet stopped spinning. Okay. So again, a lot of you guys are experiencing delays and miscommunication and no communication. It's all a part of the universal design. So did he change his mind? Absolutely not. Not only that, but he does want to reach out to you. And he's just trying to find the time. Hey, Maria, I see your comment. I know. Natasha, your ex in Michigan. Yeah, that's definitely retrograde energy. Um, Angels are saying whatever the connection between you guys was, like that connection. How can I describe this? It's almost like there's still more work to be done. You guys have not closed out your chapter. So the reason why he's coming back around is basically to solidify why he is an ex of yours. In my experiences, and I could be completely wrong, exes don't come back in, especially toxic ones. And what I'm getting from angels is that this particular person, not the relationship itself, but there was a level of toxicity that was in the relationship, which is why you got rid of him. And angels are saying that toxicity is still there. And he's coming back around, not for him because he's changed, but he's coming back around because the universe is like, did your vision change? Right? Do you think he's the one for you? Do you want to give this another try? Let us know, right? Okay, Jasmine, I see. I answered one. The first question was why he didn't call, or is he going to call? I'm getting maybe somewhere. It could even be tonight, by the way. They keep saying Thursday, so I don't know if it's this Thursday or next Thursday. Not only that, but I'm not sure if this person is used to calling you overnight or late at night, but I do kind of feel like late night, overnight type of communication. So it could be midnight or 1 a.m. where you are, where you will get communication. Okay. And I hope that helps. And I apologize for the confusion. Stephanie. Okay. You just combined them at the bottom. Hey, Tori. Thank you. You can go ahead and ask your question. Welcome. Okay, Stephanie, I see 3, and Tori, I see 4. Okay, what do we have? Okay, Stephanie, I'm scrolling up. Your first question, major medical procedure coming up. Is everything going to be okay? You need to get rid of that fear. I can tell you that. Okay, I feel like uncertainty is what angels are saying, which makes sense because, any kind of medical procedure, any kind of medical procedure is going to cause fear. What I am being told, and guys, remember, I am not a medical professional and I'm not giving medical advice. Angels are saying to me to make sure that they get it all, whatever that means. Okay. Because I do kind of feel like, as an example, and this is just an example, if you have to have like a biopsy, okay, it's just an example. If you have to have a biopsy and they have to go in and remove some tissue and they determine the mass or whatever, you have to have an operation. The whole mass has to be removed. What I am being told is that make sure that they are thorough either in their testing for it or the removal of it, because I do kind of feel like there'll be a trace that could be missed. And again, not a medical professional. Do not take my advice over any medical professional's advice. Okay. So, Stephanie, that's one. The second one, do my spirit guides have any advice for me? Take your time with stuff. I kind of feel like there are times when you rush through stuff. I'm actually laughing because they're like, she rushes through shit. Why doesn't she take her time? They are saying that you want so much. It's almost like you want a bunch of things at one time. So it's almost like they're saying, hey guys, or hey Stephanie, focus on one thing at a time. You could want 20 things, but don't try to do all those 20 things at one time. Focus on one thing at a time is what I'm getting. And guys, I'm just going through the messages. The question, Stephanie, the question of health advice, love, my ex, that's a compound. I need a very specific question. You guys have to ask very specific questions because these angels are specific as hell. When I'm, ooh, who is this? I'm getting a message for one of you guys saying that he loves you. And I feel like many of you are going to relate to this message. Okay. What I'm getting is that he loves you. He always loves you. He's shitty at showing you. Okay. He is shitty at showing you. But the fact that he keeps coming around should show you that he loves you. I don't know who that was for, but there's your message. Aisha, Lady Love, I think you have two, or keep me honest. I think you have two. Natasha, I think you have two, or maybe one. I'm not sure. Stephanie, I think I answered two. I think you have one more. Okay, I see your message about mentioning new love, Stephanie. Good, Anna Marie. Who or when for love, Stephanie? August. Hotter months, July. I see you handling luggage. I don't know if this is you traveling. I don't know if this is you going to stay with someone. I don't know if this, I just see you handling luggage. And I feel like this person is like maybe a security guard or somebody who talks to you as you're handling luggage. And I do kind of feel like you're gonna know because the angels are saying to me, she'll have a sparkle in her eye. So it's almost like you could be attracted to this person immediately. And I feel like your heart is going to open up. So I don't know if you're going to be traveling anytime soon. If you are, please confirm that. Yeah. Okay. Anytime you're ready, Natasha. How are your kids? How are your kids dealing with the move? Is what I'm being told to ask you. You guys get me, and I read your question, Lady Love. It's like you get me, and I promise you, this is true for all of you. Okay, I always go over my time. Okay, I always go over my time. Okay, when you guys book a reading with me, and then I make the mistake of saying, "Okay, do you have any more questions?" I don't know if it's an anxiety that sets in, but you guys, all of you guys start asking these big, huge questions. Okay, well, what do you see for me in my job? And my, like, it's like, okay, last call, right? So, how are you guys doing? Oh, cool. Okay, Stephanie, I met someone recently and they will be here in August. Nice. So I wonder if you're going to be picking them up from the airport and when you see them, you're going to give them butterflies. Ooh. I'm gonna tell you something, Stephanie. Girl. Okay. I'm gonna tell you something. I feel like when you see this person again in person, whatever it is, if you're meeting them for the first time, you are going to be not only physically attracted to them, but sexually attracted to them as well. Okay. Because my sacral chakra is just dancing around right now. Um, and again, be careful about moving too quickly. Okay. Because um be careful about moving too quickly because again it's almost like you try to take on way too much and what happens is you start neglecting certain things and then a bunch of things hit the floor simultaneously. Okay. um for Natasha, I'm gonna pull you out. I'm gonna pull you out. um I can hear, say for instance, that you're not necessarily thinking or wondering about new love. First time meeting. Okay, Stephanie. You're gonna be so attracted to this girl. Let me tell you something. Okay. And I don't even feel like they're coming in and they're gonna be all, decked out and look beautiful. Um, they could come in with a t-shirt, jeans, whatever, a little stank. Girl, I don't know if it's been a minute, but when you see this person, you're gonna be like, yum. Okay. Now back to you, Natasha. Sorry about that. Um, what I'm getting is that you're a little lax when it comes to love, right? If I had to pull out a card, it would be the Four of Cups, right? It's like, whatever. You're not even to that point where, as if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. You're not there. You're like two steps below there. Okay. And Natasha, if this is resonating, please confirm for them. Um, nice. Stephanie. But you have to understand, Natasha, that that energy has you closed. Okay. And if you're okay with being closed, that's fine. Right. That's perfectly fine. Okay. But if you get to the point where mentally you're like, okay, I'm ready to start, remember that the solar plexus is closed. Okay, so don't try to go start your car and you ain't got no battery in it. Okay, is what I'm saying. So Natasha, that was for you, even though you didn't even ask a question. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I won't charge that against one of your questions. Tori, I did not see a question. Okay, I think this is you. Coco Muffin. What does the universe have in store for me in regards to finances? Ooh, I love that question because what they just showed me was almost like a cork being popped, right? Which means that there is a flow and the universe wants to flow money to you, but it's almost like you're dragging your ass. Okay. If that resonates, please go on and confirm. Right. But it's almost like you're dragging your ass. I don't know if you're second guessing yourself. I don't know if you're unsure. I don't know if you haven't made a decision, but you're kind of dragging your feet. Not only that, but when you think about, say, for instance, a champagne bottle, it's ready to burst. Once you take that cork off, shit is just gonna flow all over the place. Like it'll be hard for you to keep up. What I'm also hearing for you, Coco Muffin, it's almost like you don't believe in yourself. Again, I don't know if that's second guessing. I don't know if that's confidence, but you need to believe in your abilities because you have natural abilities. I also feel like your gut kind of leads you towards certain opportunities, but once your brain gets involved, it's almost like it'll start talking you out of stuff. Okay. Thanks, Natasha. Oh, the toxic statement about your ex. Most exes are toxic. Um, I can go ahead. Tori, if you have I think that's one. So if you have the remaining three, and I apologize if I missed your previous questions. I'm going to scroll up now. Lady Love, I kind of get that you're going to have you have like this burst of love around you. Can you confirm? It's also sexual energy. I'm telling you guys, something is going on with the universe and these eclipses and those stuff because, um, I'm a little hot and bothered right now for some of you for, again, channeling your mates or the energy that's around you. A Marie, what you thinking about, darling? Are you okay? I'm hearing sad. They're also saying to me more money. You do have more money coming to you. I'm sorry. What's the Lord comment, A Marie? My gut and my brain battle every time. That should never be a battle, honey. That's like saying to God, "You sure?" Like, yeah, no. Your gut is going to overrule all the time. Your gut should be able to overrule your mind all the time. All the time. That's the God in you, by the way, the solar plexus. Coco Muffin, what do you want? Give me a real quick and dirty example of not what makes you happy because, I don't want to hear about the fantasy. I just want to be happy and have a great husband and What do you want? Like tomorrow you woke up, right? And you're going to your dream job, right? What is that? What does that look like? Oh, I did see your comment, A. Marie. I'm so sorry. I need you to go ahead and release that. I need you to go ahead and release that. There's some karma around that. I need you to go ahead and have your dark night of the soul moment because I kind of feel like there is some past due residue that needs to come out. Natasha, I'm thinking about restarting my relationship with my aunt and grandmother. We lost touch when my mom passed, but I feel ready to begin a relationship with them again. I would actually hold off. I would actually hold off. Now, here's why. You are a bright and bushy-tailed, brand new baby. Okay. And God angels in the universe would like for you to spend a little time developing and kind of honing, not honing, but reestablishing yourself, especially in LA and with this move. It's almost like get a little grounded first. That even could take up to a year. Now, when you say my grandmother, I excuse me, I assume she's older, so time is of the essence. But I do kind of feel God angels and universe will let you know when to do that versus wanting to do it in your own time. And again, God angels and universe wants you to get your time out first before inviting other people to the party. Because what I'm also getting to is that for you, you assume that because they're older, they're wiser, the relationships will be great. It'll be like maybe having a substitute. And forgive me, I don't mean this negatively, but it's almost like having a substitute mom or having like a maternal figure in your life. Honey, you would be surprised at how unmaternal, and that's not a word, but unmaternal those two can be if you catch them at the wrong time. Your mother doesn't like it, by the way. She doesn't like it because your mom is selfish when it comes to you. Your mom is like, don't go near my baby. That's my baby. Like, you don't go to them to advice, you come to me, right? Your mom is getting a little protective, so she's like, stay clear from my baby. Not only that, but yes, normally when angels pass on, they don't have emotions. So or excuse me, when people pass on, they don't have emotions. So it's not like she'll be angry, she'll be upset, she'll be pissed off, none of that stuff, right? But she's showing to me right now using human emotions a very, very, very protective energy. Okay. She's very protective because she wants to be sure that you're treated correctly. Okay. That's really it. So it's not like a jealousy, oh, she wants to keep you to herself. No, that's not the selfishness where this energy is coming from. She's being protective because she doesn't want them to come at you or tell you misinformation or, she wants to make sure that they handle you with care. I hope that helps. That's awesome. Anne-Marie, you feel something in your stomach, buddy. I feel it. That's a dark night of the soul moment. Why? I thought I got through most of that. Like, why is this happening again? Because you're freaking human like the rest of us. Tori, if you have additional questions, I think you have 3 remaining. Okay. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Jasmine, what's on your mind? I feel like the energy of you guys, and I feel like it's almost like everybody's going through the same thing at the same time. So I'm gonna pull some cards. It's like about 4 of you guys who are experiencing the same thing at the same time. It's almost like I don't want to call it an unrequited love, but it's almost like a love inside of you that you're ready to give away and you are unable to give it away because either your person's not acting right, you don't have a person your person is there, but they're being, a wanker. Um, so let me kind of pull some cards for you guys. For those of you who have already asked questions, Natasha, by the way, I kind of feel like you're going to be knocked over the head when it comes to love. It's going to come out of nowhere because you are so far removed from it. Okay, Jasmine, I see one message from my grandma and dad in heaven. They love you and they miss you very much. One of them is saying it's not your fault. And they're also saying, stop. Oh, okay. It feels like your dad, stop complaining, thinking that you haven't done enough. It's almost like you always feel like that you could have done something to prevent it or avoid it. It could be granddad as well. You keep acting like you could have done something to stop God. Let yourself off the hook. You couldn't have done anything. It was our time. He's also saying to me too that you have some places to go. And I don't know what the hell is taking you so long. I don't know. I don't see any obstacles in your way, but what's up here, okay? I don't feel like dad has raised you. So where another father will be like, oh, that's not the child I raised. Your dad is almost like, you know what to do. And I don't know what's stopping you or what's keeping you from doing what you have to do. This feels like an advancement, whether it's, success, house, car, whatever, job, whatever the case is. But it's almost like he's saying you're better than who you are. You're better than you think you are, especially because you have my blood in me. Now, I might not have been a great dad or a dad to you at all, but I know where you're going. I know what you're capable of. I know what you can be. So you need to go ahead and get it going. Okay. Don't let me, he's saying, don't let me have to come back on here again and tell you. Okay. And again, that could have been dad or granddad. Jasmine, please confirm. Okay. Lady Love, I get you. That's bad, Coco Muffin. I think that's why angels brought that up as far as what you want, right? Because it's almost like the universe is ready to deliver it, but we were still waiting for you to put your order in. So it's almost like you're sitting in a restaurant 10 years ago, not today, because it's a whole lot different, right? But it's almost like you're sitting in a restaurant and the waiter is like, and you're like, right? So I think that's exactly why God angels and universe ask that, because they want you to get closer to that, because they're ready to deliver it. They're ready to deliver it. Okay, I'm reading yours, A. Marie. That's in your head, baby. Those are your emotions. Your inner child is crying out right now and she's wanting love, right? She's wanting love, and it's almost like you are kind of suffocating her or holding her back. And we want you to go ahead and just let her out and then care for her and love her and take care of her. When you're like, I can hear you saying, wait, what the hell? My inner child. Because your inner child is usually your emotional body, right? And she wants love. She's starving. She needs love. But just because she can't get it, and I want this to be for all of you guys, okay? Emotionally, we try to give men or our partners the opportunity to feed that emotional or that inner child, right? It's nobody else's responsibility but yours to feed that inner child. The better you get at feeding that inner child, the universe will mimic your behavior and start to bring people to feed your inner child as well. Okay. I just did a whole shitload of shadow work myself on abandonment and neglect. And I think I'm going to make a video about it. But that inner child is crying out and we abandon her, right? We let her cry out thinking that she's crying out for, Todd, right? But Todd is not around. So while Todd is not around, what are you going to do? You're going to let her starve? You're not going to comfort her? You see what I'm saying? So we need to get better at comforting her anyway, regardless as to who's around. And then when Todd comes around, there's nothing that says he can't comfort her too. So in the meantime, take care of yourselves. Okay? So when you said, the t-shirt line, that's you. That's the inner child saying, I miss him. He's not thinking about me. He's neglecting me. He's abandoning me. Okay. Coco Muffin, I see your person is not acting right. Mercury retrograde. That makes sense. A Marie, you could be going a little stir crazy. Right? As in making everything about your person. And I don't mean that literally as in making everything about your person, but I do kind of feel like you're looking through the world right now through your person's filter. So it's almost like you're making everything a sign or a symbol about him. Jasmine, I'm reading your response. Um, Lady Love. Oh, no worries. No worries. All right, guys, let me pull this reading for all of you guys. I feel like it's going to be very, very, very freaking detailed, right? Thank you so much too for everybody who's contributed. I so appreciate you guys. You guys are awesome. And also, guys, let me know if you do like this format. I'm thinking about doing this maybe weekly. But, before you guys leave for tonight, whether you've asked the question or not, let me know if you like this format. Okay, grandma's a different question. Jasmine, your granddad is saying, your granddad is saying that he would love to come to you if you only dreamed, right? I kind of feel like to an extent you're so tired that you don't even dream. Or when you do, it's like when you do start dreaming, you pop right back up because you got to get back up and, kind of start your day. So it's almost like give yourself a little bit more time to dream and he'll be there. What I'm also getting to as well is that he's been coming through one of your kids. I don't know if one of your kids have been sounding like him or saying the things he used to say. Because say for instance, he might not have been able to come through you to see you in a dream. He's been coming through one of your kids, by the way. I don't think it's your daughter too, by the way. Okay. So the overall card here is disappointment, right? And for a lot of you guys, I feel like, again, there is this energy of sorrow, this somber energy. You're not necessarily where you need to be or where you want to be. For a lot of you guys, you could be trying to figure out how to get there. Okay. The first problem and the first obstacle, I love this card. The first problem and the first obstacle is this here, your belief system, right? That cloak. I'm down here in Lithonia, Georgia, and today was 88 degrees. It was hot as hell. Okay. I opened my front door and it was like going through it. I was opening an oven. Okay. Can you imagine being in 88 degrees in that? Right. But for a lot of you guys, emotionally, this is exactly where you are. So it's almost like on top of the suffering, a lot of you guys are adding on to that. Okay. So not only are you adding on to that with whatever else. Oh, angels just said, oh, with negative thoughts. Oh, he's not thinking about me. Oh, he's with somebody else. Oh, he loves her more than he loves me. Honeys, I'm talking to somebody right now, but that is the cloak that you all are wearing, these negative thoughts, right? And why? Because we don't deal with space, right? I'm not even going to call it abandonment, but it's space, okay? So when they're not around or in your particular situations, when you have not heard from them or when you are unsure about what's going on with them, you make up whatever is necessary to feed your negative emotions. That's the 3 cups in the front, right? Guess who knocked those over? Mm-hmm. 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 You did. Mm-hmm. And then these 2 guys here, the 2 of cups. The 2 of cups in the tarot, baby, is love. So it's almost like the love that's around you, you ain't even paying no attention to. You ain't paying no attention to. Okay? So for a lot of you guys, the question is it your person that has you feeling like this? Or is it you who's making you feel like this? Which one could it be? I'll give you one guess, right? Don't even bother because we already know it's you. Okay. So, you guys have to get better at again feeding and taking care of that inner child, to at least get you up off of the bathroom floor. Okay. I'm going to pause there and go back to questions. Okay, cool. Thank you, Lady Love. Thank you, Natasha. What's next for my person and I? That's up to you, Coco Muffin. I can tell you he wants to come in and kind of bang your brains out. Again, guys, I'm sorry. Y'all know I'm a Scorpio, but there's a lot of sexual energy in this chat tonight. But I do kind of feel like your person wants to come in and I remember our conversation, right? It's a gift and a curse, but I do remember our conversation. Um, I just kind of feel like that's something that is really on his mind, not because he just wants sex from you, but he misses feeling your that level of closeness is what I'm getting, Coco Muffin. Okay. So it's almost like it, I could easily say he misses being inside of you, but that would not be correct. He misses he misses being that close to you. It's almost like that grandmama's hug, right? He misses that. And the only way he can kind of quote unquote enjoy that is through sex. Okay. So I do kind of feel like sex is front and center for him specifically. And he is hot and bothered. All right. Thanks, Jasmine. Okay. I don't see any other questions. So I'm going to get back to my cards. So now, overall energy when it comes to moving more into happiness and how to make us all happier. Okay, you guys know I love doing these readings. I love reading for you. But at the end of the day, when it's between me and this guy, I would love to be able to heal a lot of you as well. So you guys know I'm not a yes, he cheated. No, he didn't cheat. Yes, he's coming back. No, he ain't going away. I'm not that kind of reader. Okay, I'm going to give you the tools, okay, to keep his ass, which requires developing you and working on you, right? Or if he don't want to stay, bye boo, but we gonna be okay. Okay, so I'm interested always in you. Okay, so for a lot of you again who are experiencing this energy, right? The disappointment, the sadness, damn, it's like I can never be happy. Damn, why doesn't this dude just act right? Damn, why doesn't he commit? Why doesn't you are the person who's knocking these over and you're neglecting yourself. You're neglecting everything that's beautiful and wonderful about yourself. Okay. Now, I put 5 cards in front of me and these are a little weird. So just hang out with me. For you Cancers, okay, that's the Chariot card. A lot of wonderful forward movement. Okay. I don't feel like this is in love though. I feel like this is with success and achievements. Okay. But for some reason, Cancer, Miss Moonchild, you put this on the back burner. And why do you put it on the back burner? I'll give you one guess. Why do you put it on the back burner? You put it on the back burner for love. Okay. Next, we have the 7 of Cups. I feel like this is you, Tori, as in you have many options. You absolutely have many different versions and many different formats and places that you can get love from. But I just kind of feel like, you are unsure and obviously confused. Angels are saying, shit, close your eyes, roll a dice, and just pick one, right? As in, angels are saying you are afraid of making the wrong decision, and we'll just simply say to you, honey, you have 7 of them. You have 7 of them. The wrong decision is not making a decision. Okay. So pick this one. If it doesn't work out, pick this one. If it doesn't work out, pick that one. If it doesn't work, keep going. Keep going. Because by the way, I've said this in another video. It doesn't matter what decision that you make. The universe is going to stick and insert its lessons and lessons of healing in any and all of the decisions that you make. So there's no such thing as making a wrong decision. Just make them all. Okay. Let me go back to the chat. She's happy, Coco Muffin. She's happy. This is going to sound weird. I understand it. It's going to sound weird, but she's saying she wishes you were here. Not that she wishes you that you had passed on, but it's almost like her saying, I miss you. She's also gesturing hugs. So I don't know if she used to hold you tight. If she did, please confirm. But I just kind of feel like she misses that closeness, or either you miss that closeness from her. Okay. Okay. Thank you, Lady Love. So again, sorry guys to go back and forth. The next card up is the Four of Cups. This is my disconnection card. This is where a lot of you guys are right now. You want more in your love life. Sorry, I'm sorry, but I have to be honest. A lot of you guys, or let me just say, a lot of people always ask for, please send me this person, right? As an example, if you were cheated on in a previous relationship, you may ask God, angels, universe, please send me somebody who's honest and loving and, won't violate or betray me, right? You'll ask for that, but what you won't ask for is for healing and guidance and clearing and cleansing of energy of your cells, right? So when God sends in the new person, right, you're still the old person who got cheated on. Okay. So what happens when you start dating the new person? You are the cheated on person with this person who's going to come in and trigger you to make you think that they're cheating on you as well. Why? Because you haven't healed from this situation here. So a lot of the times we ask for what we want, but we forget to ask also to make ourselves compatible with the new person. Okay. And a lot of us, especially women, we have a lot of emotional residue from this lifetime, from childhood, from third grade, from any freaking thing. We're still holding on to a lot of emotional trauma. And regardless of what you're asking for, this is still you, right? And, I pointed this out the other day in a reading. Look at this. This is the hand of God trying to give you his love or her love, right? And you ain't even making an effort. Look at you just sitting there like, that really you, God? I don't know. Okay. Could be Lucifer, right? But this is the hand of God trying to come in and give you the love that you need. But again, because you're not healed, because you haven't taken care of yourself, or you haven't forgiven yourself, or whatever it is, you're not in a position to receive that love. Okay. Now, at the end of the day, I can answer yes, no questions based on what God, angels, and universe are giving to me, but I wouldn't be doing you any justice because I'm only giving you fish. I want to teach you how to fish. Moving back over to the comments. Coco Muffin. Yeah, Cancer here. Okay. Lady Love, I read that comment. Coco Muffin. Yeah, she held me all the time. Oh, yeah, she just kept doing this. She just kept holding. So she misses. No, I didn't do Leos. I didn't go anything specific into Leos. Thank you, Stephanie. Thank you. Oh, thank you, Lady Love. Yeah, it's really important, guys, to heal yourself first, because it's almost like, and I promise for a lot of you guys, you may have an aha moment right now. But with you not being healed, it's like meeting the man of your dreams, right? And he is just wonderful. You can't believe that God sent you such a fine being, right? And it's the day of your wedding, and you have the most beautiful dress, honey. and you got your hair done, your nails done, and you about to put that beautiful dress on, and heifer, you ain't showered in like 2 weeks, okay? Or 3 years, or a month, or 5 years, okay? For a minute, think about that. Think about that. You are approaching this beautiful, wonderful, God sent scenario, and you ain't even all together. You ain't where you should be. You're not cleansed. Okay. Now, what happens is, yeah, say you put the dress on and you walk your sexy ass down the aisle, and the preacher is like, "Do you?" And you're like, "Yes, Lord." And he asks, "Do you?" And he's like, "What's that smell?" Okay. That's what happens. I know some of you may be laughing right now, but that's what happens in your relationships, right? You approach and you're going and it's like, "Yes, I want you, I love you," or this. And your dude is like, "You're doing too much." Or, "Why you keep hounding me about who I'm seeing, where I'm going, where I'm at, where I'm this?" Because you are carrying that debris, that baggage, that good old fashioned American must you're bringing into your new relationship. That hopefully helps you guys when it comes to why it's so important to take care of you. Um, Especially again for those of you who are asking or wanting to meet that special person. Okay, going back to comments. Okay, no additional comments. And look at this here. King of Cups, Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio, right? For a lot of you guys, yeah, the King of Cups is who you want to. This is your guy. This is your person, right? I promise you, I don't see the Queen of Cups down here, which would represent your energy. So it's almost like, as an example, we all, myself included, want the perfect man, woman, whomever, right? We want that perfect partner. And at the end of the day, God is always going to send you what you ask for. He's got to stick some evolutionary karmic, lessons in there as well, just to make sure your spirit continues to grow and spark and shine and connect, right? But ultimately, you will get the answer. You will get the answer to your prayers. What I'm also getting to, for some of you guys, you've had a couple of King of Cups, okay? And you rejected their asses, or you treated them like they were a page or a slouch, right? So it's almost like that's the other thing too. If you're not healed and this King of Cups comes in, excuse me, you're not going to treat him like the queen, like a queen, like he should be treated, right? By a queen, because again, a lot of you are not in your queen energy, okay? So for those of you, by the way, who are asking, yes, am I going to meet this person? The answer is absolutely yes. There's love and passion. The ace of the ace of wands is new passion, new creative projects, new energy, new zest, new motivation. Right? It's like, all right, I'm gonna get back out there and I'm gonna start, dating again. Fuck that. I'm just gonna do it, and I'm just gonna take the good with the bad. Then you get out there and you get pinched or you get a rock thrown at you. It's like, I don't want to do this no more. This is basically God, angels, and universe filling you back with that love and motivation and enthusiasm to get back out there in your search for love. Last card for this spread is the Seven of Swords. This is the card of deceit. Okay. This is somebody who's being manipulative. This is somebody who's playing mind games. This is somebody who, and this should sound very familiar. This is somebody who, well, I'm not going to call him first. I want him to reach out to me. Really? Dude, you gonna treat your King of Cups like that? Does he deserve that? Fuck no. Hell no. Okay. So for a lot of you guys, again, when you're meeting that person, here comes all your baggage and all your bullshit that you have not healed from. And then you are treating them based on how you were treated in your past and not how they should be treated, because he's the King of Cups, honey. Okay. The other thing I need to point out about this card as well, the King of Cups represents that fatherly, benevolent love. Okay. That love that, you're riding your bike. He taught you how to ride your bike and you're riding your bike and you're riding on and you don't see him, but he's watching you. He's watching over you. He's making sure that you're still doing it right. He's making sure that if you fall and you get a boo-boo, he's still going to be there for you. Okay? So a lot of you guys, not to sound like a yamla, but a lot of you guys are needing your daddies in your partners. Now let's talk, right? When you are meeting men, when you are relating to the guys you're currently with, are you looking for father figures? Or are you just looking to make sure he's hung or has a nice bank account or he's cute? No, I mean, how does he treat you? Does he take care of you? Does he check up on you? Right? I'm just saying. Hey, Ariel. All right. I'm going to pull another spread as well. I'm going to give you guys advice on what to do. I'm mixing up my cards here. What to do if you want more love. What to do if you want more love in your life. Angels right off the bat are saying to me, number one, they have to be open for it. They have to be open to it and open for it, right? Not only that, but what I'm also getting as well is when angels are sending you this new love, don't reject it, right? Don't reject it. It's like, who that? What you mean he like me? I don't really see him like that. That's a rejection, okay? That's a rejection. Oh, this just kind of came up too. Oh, this is a good one. You guys can provide me with feedback as well, but this just kind of came up too, right? I had one of my clients who was interested in a gentleman, right? They were platonic friends. And this gentleman started actually seeing somebody else, okay? And the client asked, well, what does she have that I don't have, okay? And the answer to that question was, whenever she sees him, she doesn't bitch. She's just happy to see him, right? So if he canceled on her 5 times, when he finally got there, that 6th time, she was happy to see him, because to her, she doesn't care about the previous 5 times. She only cares, okay, he's finally here. I get to see him, okay? A lot of you, you can give him shit about them 5 times. So you ever wonder why he canceled 5 times? I'm just saying. I'm putting it out there. I'm just saying, right? So this lesson is basically, again, paying attention to who you are in your relationships. If you're always bitching with him, men are not going to come around to a nagging female. I mean, most of them will tell you that, okay? The second thing, men are visual creatures, right? Their stuff will rise to the occasion if they just see you. So my question is, this is not a body image thing, but what are you guys aesthetically looking like when you see your mate, right? Are you making him rise to the occasion? And I could hear some of you, yeah, I'm not a piece of meat. Like every time I see him, he's wanting to have sex. That's what men do, okay? So, and you guys, again, can comment on this. Other members in the chat can see your comments as well. So for what I'm also hearing too, angels are saying, well, Alex, they want to know too about your relationships, as in, do you take much of this advice and as an example, are you in a relationship, right? The answer is no, I'm not in a relationship, okay? I just figured out yesterday about it. Like I said, this is a universal lesson that's been happening since I was 1, okay? I was traumatized when I was 1, okay? Not abused or anything like that, just traumatized, okay? And every 7 years, I got zapped by the karma from this incident. And I remember what it was, okay? Because I had not healed, because I didn't freaking know, right? The universe kept sending me individuals, men, who were similar to that trauma. So every time they came back in, for some reason, they went back out, okay? And I didn't know why. And the universe just kept zapping me over and over and over until I finally got it that, oh my God, like, here's why. Because when they come in, I'm giving off all of this energy that it's not necessarily them who's leaving. Perhaps some of it too is me pushing them out, okay, because of my energy. Okay, that's the first part. The second part, why I'm single, relationships are not really a priority to me. Okay, I will find all kinds of everything else to do instead of relationship and being in a relationship, right? I personally think I'm better when I'm single. But anyway, that's me. Um, and then the third thing why I'm single or not in a relationship is because just as I got my own shit, I meet guys who got their own shit too. And I always try to help everybody. I be trying to fix their asses and prop them up and get them where they need to be. But that ain't my job. That's God's job, right? So I meet guys who are broken down and got their own freaking issues as well. And I'm not the type of person who needs a man in my life. I'm sorry, that's just me. So if he's broken down and he can't be at least a 3 or the 3 out of 5 that I need, not want, but need. If he can't be that, he won't be in my life. Okay. So I hope that helps. Question, Jasmine? What was that? All right, guys, let's do another reading. It's 8:10. What did you guys think about what I said? What did you give me some feedback on that? All right, A. Marie, what you thinking about? What you thinking about, Willis? And if I missed anybody's question, please feel free to go ahead and ask. I apologize if I did. I don't think I did, but it's possible. It's possible. Oh. All right, this reading. All right, Stephanie, are you going to do a session on how to heal the inner child? That would be a good one. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. But here's the thing, Stephanie. Healing ain't for the weak at heart. Okay. Not only that, but when we start talking about the inner child, we are talking about the very root of your emotional body. Okay. So, long story short, girl, y'all will break down, bawl out, cry, sob, the ugly face, and just all of that. Right. I'm not necessarily sure if we can do that like in a group format. Okay. But I'd be happy to. I'd be happy to. Okay. Not only that, but that kind of healing requires but ugly honesty, I call it. Okay. So things like, yeah, I feel like nobody loves me. I really do, because growing up or in this relationship and that relationship, and I was humiliated, and he made me feel like I was dirt. That kind of honesty happens during that kind of healing, the inner child healing. I want to move and buy a house. When do you see that happening? Cocoa Muffin. Probably around March of next year. It almost even feels like once you get your tax return. Okay. Any other questions you guys have or any other comments? Feel free. Thank you, Lady Love. You are one of my prize students, believe it or not. You Mercurians, Virgo, and also Geminis, you guys are fucking awesome students, I have to tell you. You Mercurians, because you get it, you fix it, you move the hell on. Okay. The other thing too is weird because you're both ruled by Mercury. Virgo is an earth sign, but Gemini is a fire air sign. Gemini is an air sign, so it's almost like you're cut from the same cloth but two different patterns. But you guys just freaking get it. You got it, A. Marie. Awesome. What question, Lady Love? You're welcome. My question is the same. I don't get that comment. What is that? All right, guys. This reading is what can you guys do to make your lives better and happier? Oh boy, look at this card. Y'all be in your heads. Y'all be mulling over. Y'all be going over the old shit. And another thing, he did this, right? Don't be this girl, okay? That kind of is the fifth card of your reading. Okay. So, what God, angels, and universe can my beautiful lovelies do to make themselves happier? They're first saying, we want you to continue to believe in the Page of Cups, right? This is like your knight in shining armor, okay? Because every last one of you deserves this. Now, of course, the way that you go out, you go about receiving it, and the way you treat it, and the way, who this person is, yes, absolutely, that's going to differ, okay? But God, angels, and universe are saying to you guys, love is there for you. Love will always be there for you. I don't care who you are. I don't care what you do. I don't care where you're at. Love is always going to be there for you. The question is, are you going to be available to it? Will you pay attention to it? Will you recognize it when you see it? Will you accept it or reject it? Okay, that's always the question. And again, an unhealed person won't accept it for whatever reasons. Okay, so a lot of you guys, yes, do have love coming in. For those of you, again, who your boo-boo is not there and, he's working on his clothing line and you haven't been in communication, he's, y'all know I'm not one of those people who'll be like, oh, he coming back, he gonna come. Look, the card is right here. You will start to receive messages of love, guys. This is the shittiest Mercury retrograde. I tell you guys, this Mercury retrograde brings me to my knees. So your inner child is crying out because it's like, but when? It's coming. Relax, child. Go eat you a cookie or somewhere. Sit down. Six of Pentacles. Again, we're talking about what we need to do or what can you do to be happy. This is basically let love in. It's on its way. It's coming, y'all, but let it in. This card here, the Six of Pentacles. Sometimes I'll be reading the wrong card because I just be going. The Six of Pentacles. This is the card of give and take, right? So again, when he comes back in, don't be snarling like, where you been? You late. Why you coming so late? Right? Hey, how you doing? Okay. Give what you're receiving. Don't overgive, right? Because he's not going to overgive you. He's a guy, right? A lot of the times what's unfortunate is that we as women, we try to make men our girlfriends. So the way that we love them, we expect them to love us back, or we want them to love us back in the same way. They're not girls. Okay. So it's not going to happen. So if he's coming, he's coming and he's happy to see you. Be happy to see him. Again, don't give him attitude because you're going to fuck up the whole vibe. I'm just saying. Okay. Not only that, but angels are also saying to me too, this is universal. For a lot of you guys, we've been listening to your prayers. We've heard your prayers. We know what you want, minus Coco Muffin, because she's still working on her order. But for a lot of you guys, we know what you want. We know what you've been asking for. Get the hell out of our way so we can deliver it to you, meaning work on your blocks and what's blocking you, what's shielding you. This is me, by the way, in the tarot, the high priestess. Okay. That's that inner guidance, right? That's that navigational system that's letting you know. It's the little voice in your head. One of the greatest compliments that I get from every last one of my clients is that they say, I heard your voice saying this, or I heard your voice in my head and you were saying this, right? So whether it's me, whether it's God, angels, universe, that inner guidance system is inside of you. Pay attention. Right? For a lot of the times, I kind of get your guys will come over and like a mother, you can tell what's wrong with him. You could tell, oh, he's in a bad mood. Or you can tell, oh shit, I'm gonna get my earlobes banged off of me tonight. You can tell. start relying on that a lot more. Okay. The heart, don't do it. The heart has one purpose, to either love or hurt. That's it. It doesn't do anything else. It doesn't think. That's what your mind is, right? Your heart either love or it's in pain. That's it. Your gut, that's the universe. That's God. That's your guidance system. Okay. No, don't call them yet. Call them tomorrow. Then when you finally call them the next day, it's like, I've been thinking about you. I've been meaning to call you, right? You can receive that message as it was meant, in perfect timing and divine timing. So you will receive the message that's meant, or that sentiment or that emotion, because you've listened to that inner guidance system. I have placed 7 videos on my channel about developing your psychic abilities. Okay. Go and check out those videos for some of you who, again, wants to develop your high priestess. Okay. Okay. Libra and also Taurus. I always forget who rules. No, that's not the high priestess. That's the empress. It's Libra and Taurus. I always forget who rules the high priestess. And what I'm also getting for you guys is take your time in love. A lot of you guys, you start to feel emotions when your positive emotions are activated. You act impulsively. So learn to kind of slow that down. Okay. The next card, which is Temperance Timing. Okay. And timing, this is a card of Sag, and everything happens in its own time. Trust me, guys, I've tried to outsmart this universe. Trust me. I've tried to outsmart this universe. I've tried to wiggle around it and cut through some stuff and, dip and dodge. Doesn't work. Doesn't work. It's to the point now where I'm just like, look, it'll happen when it's supposed to. Because no matter how hard you try, no matter how hard you try to control things and force things, universe is like, hold my beer. Whatever. You can try, but we ain't ready yet. 10 more minutes. Okay. So when it comes to how to make yourself happier, okay, let's just recap. The love is coming in. When it comes in, don't hold it and keep it to yourself. Give it back, right? That general reciprocity. Would you get it? You give it. You get it? You get it. Don't hold on to it talking about, oh, well, I don't want to let him know that he got me like that. Heifer, let him know that he curled your damn hair last night. Okay? Or sweated it out. I'm just saying. But let him know, right? Because that'll keep him coming back. I'm just saying. All right. Anyway. Listen to your inner voices. Listen to the God inside of you. I mean, he's in all of us. Don't think that he's out there with the stars and the sun and the moon and all. No, he's inside of you. That's why y'all are hot. That's why, your temperature is 98.6, and you have blood rushing through your body, and you have like this phenomenal signaling system, which is your nervous system. That's the God inside of you. Trust that. Okay? Trust that. Be patient. You can't force this universe's hand. Be patient. It'll come. Just be patient. While you all are being patient, don't let those little annoying voices inside your head trick you out of being patient and waiting on God in the universe. Okay? That is the purpose of negative energy, is to break you down and to keep you away from your goals. Because why? When you leave negative energy, the negative energy cries. So the negative energy doesn't want you to leave. So it wants you to stay and play with me, right? Because each energy field has its own purpose. Okay. So for a lot of you, honey, get out of your head. Get out of your head. Okay. The funniest thing for me as a psychic is when I will, and a lot of you can relate to this because we've had these conversations. A lot of you will say, well, he said this. And to me, that was like him saying this. And what you're saying is something totally different from what he said. And I will simply ask you, okay, where'd you get that from? Okay. 10 times out of 10, their response is, well, I just feel, which says to me, okay, so your emotions are telling you that, right? That's what this state of mind is being. When you feel abandoned and you feel neglected, it's like, oh, nobody wants me, he doesn't love me. Your person's not saying that. The inner child is like, but he doesn't love me, he doesn't want me. Okay, but your person's not saying that. They're just not being there, they're just being away. Okay, so make sure you guys know when you are here inside of your head feeding yourself these stupid fucking thoughts that have nothing to do with reality. Oh, well, he told me he didn't want to see me anymore. Or, oh, I just feel like he didn't want to see me anymore. Is that what he said? No, but he just keeps doing. Honey, if he don't say it, don't think it. Okay? Pausing momentarily to look at comments. You're welcome. Uh, hey, Tara. Thank you so much for joining. When do I meet my husband? You already met him. Hey, Marcia. Thank you. Ariel, it's hard. What's hard, boo boo? You just a lion. I love you so much, Ariel. You are just a lion. Oh, anytime I talk about impatience, I think right at you. And as a matter of fact, in the dictionary near the word impatient, they need to put your picture in there. Okay. Stephanie, yeah, it is a process. It's not for the weak at heart, which is why a lot of people don't do it. Marcia, if you send, they're $5 each. If you send them payment to my CashApp account, AlexAngel01, with the number of questions, you can ask them here. And we probably have about 30 more minutes. So just to give you a heads up. Also, guys, I did mention if for some reason you send a payment and I don't answer your question here, I'll be happy to either call you, text you, or answer your question that way. Is there a book you would recommend on inner child healing? I've not read any books for inner child healing. Healing. Okay, sorry, just a bunch of information coming at one time. For inner child type healing, right? We have to look at the biggest traumas. Okay, the neglect, abandonment, narcissism, and things like that. Right? The things that really hurt you at your core, that brings you to your knees. Okay. All healing starts with a conversation, right? Whether you speak to me, you speak to a therapist, you speak to your life coach, preacher, whomever, right? Starts with a conversation. If you decide to do it, like I did all of my healing myself, every last healing, me, God, angels, we just belted it out. Okay. If you want to do it yourself, that inner child healing yourself. For an example, like abandonment, right? When you are in the throes of hurting because you feel abandoned, okay, you have to start interviewing yourself and asking yourself, okay, Stephanie, what's wrong? I'm hurt. I'm just broken right now. And then you say to yourself, okay, why do you feel broken? Because, this guy just stood me up. I put all this time and attention and energy into this, and he just made me feel like I'm nothing. Right? Again, you need to be butt ugly honest. Okay. Okay. Then you're like, okay, well, I feel broken. I feel like he just discarded me. Then here is the key question, right? The key question is it him making you feel that way? Or is it a past situation that made you feel that way? That's one. The second question is, when was the first time you felt this broken? Okay. The answer to that question is where your healing exists, because that was the original trauma that you have to go back to and rectify and learn and put some medicine in it and heal it and make it all better. Okay. For me personally, anytime I do any kind of regression therapy with people, it takes 15 minutes. It's a 15-minute process. Lady 2020, Lady Love 2020 had regression therapy with me as well. And it really is like a surgeon going in there, finding the trauma, pulling it out, putting medicine behind it, closing it up, and sending you off to have a great life. One thing I need to mention, guys, just because you heal from inner child issues doesn't mean that you're going to have a great life going forward. We are a million broken little pieces. We are. So we're always going to be healing. Nice. Congratulations, A. Marie. That's awesome. A. Cleveland. Stephanie, I hope that answers your question as far as inner child healing. Teal Swan, Teal Swan, SWAN on YouTube is awesome at helping and breaking down any kind of healing issues. She is amazing. Okay. And she probably has a video on inner child healing, Stephanie. Okay. Tara Carter, I sent you a message. I sent your payment via Venmo. I don't have Venmo. I don't know what that is. But Tara, you can go ahead and ask your questions. You're a longtime client, so I trust you. Marsha, done. What new changes do you see in my love life? I need a more specific question that's very broad. Thank you, Lady Love, for totally awesome. I don't remember what that relates to, but thanks. Tara and also Marsha. Marsha, I see your payment. And then I saw another payment by Jasmine. So Marsha, and then also Tara, please go ahead and ask your questions. And for everyone else, while they ask their questions, I'm just going to pull a couple of cards. What I'm being told angelically is that these cards will be random. They won't resonate with everybody. They'll be for the specific people who they're meant for. What I'm also getting to, and forgive me for getting this deep, for those of you guys who were violated growing up, you actually may need more deeper inner healing than standard inner child healing. So any kind of healing related to a particular sexual violation, I would not attempt to do that on your own. All right, ladies and gentlemen. First card out is Strength. Somebody has it in abundant amounts, but they don't use it. It's almost like when they get into relationships, they give it all up. They lose themselves. They angels are saying become weak and timid, and that's not who you are. Excuse me. They're also saying too, the reason why a lot of your relationships don't last is because of this. Excuse me, you guys know I don't read reversals, but if I did, this would be in reverse. So it's almost like you, God, angels, and universe is saying, look, we didn't give you this strength for nothing. We gave it to you for a specific reason. Use it. Okay. I feel like that's related to you, my dear, lovely Ariel, because it's almost like you are fighting the good fight, but you in the wrong arena. So I'm just like, you are a queen, you are a fighter, and you know this is a card of Leo. And Stephanie, I think I know you mentioned Leo as well, but it's almost like you guys are strong opponents, right? Nobody can get anything over on you. You're just in the wrong fucking place. You're just fighting the wrong fucking fight. Okay? What I'm also getting to is that you're also quick to react. Sorry, Ariel, I'm calling you out. Love you. Next, the Prince of Cups. Oh, this is a good one. Angels are saying for a lot of you guys, this is all you know to accept. So it's almost like when a guy comes in your life and he starts giving you like little or minimal love, you just love him to death and you love him forever. And it's like, heifer, that nigga ain't do nothing for you. Sorry, y'all. Sorry. But it's like, he ain't do nothing for you. He ain't do nothing. I hope I don't get kicked out. But anyway, for a lot of you guys, it's almost like he may come in and he feeds you breadcrumbs and you think this dude is giving you steak. But it's like, no, he's not. Okay. Do you see Mr. reaching out more moving forward? As long as you release that block, yes, he will. there's a block somewhere up around here. It's between heart chakra and also throat. It's almost like it's like half and half. It's almost like for some reason, Marcia, either you're afraid to express your emotions or you're afraid to communicate them. And for some reason, while you have those blocked, he will have his blocked as well, right? A Marie, A Cleveland. Yes. Now here's what I mean. Okay, here's what I mean. If you have an argument with your guy, you bring out Mike Tyson on his ass. Okay? But if you have an argument at work where Mike Tyson is needed, you'll bring out like Buster Douglas. Right? It's almost like you're putting the energy towards the wrong, you're putting the fury towards the wrong person. Hope that helps. Well, promotion comes this month or next month, Tara. End of July. I know we're in July, so end of July. They're also saying you could be moving as well. You may have to relocate. I can't remember if this is a traveling position, but I do feel like you could get the position and then want to relocate or buy a new house or something like that. But I just feel like the position and the move is going to come at the same time. Hey, Cleveland, I just saw your message. You've been trying your hardest not to call me. That is so funny. Marcia, you're welcome. I've been cordially aloof. That's bullshit, my friend. Sorry to call you out. There's no such thing as cordially aloof. You know, like I know that's a paradox and an oxymoron for you. But I do remember the advice that I gave you. The thing about not giving in too much or exposing or opening your heart too much, you can protect your heart, okay? Or not really protect your heart because that's blocking it, right? But you can be weary or investigate. Let's call it doing data gathering. You're still learning to see, okay, is this situation going to go my way? You can still do that, right? Protecting your heart, okay? But still being happy-go-lucky, right? Hey, how you doing? You know, because at the end of the day, that's what's going to keep him calling you, is the happy-go-luckiness and the carefree and how you doing? And I miss this, that, or the other. Whatever. You was supposed to call me yesterday. He's not going to call. No, most men won't, by the way. Hope that helps. A Cleveland, I ain't messing with you. That's not even logical what you said, but he triggers me the most. Thus, he gets the most. So, are you saying to me, trick question, are you saying to me that because he triggers you, that he deserves your fury, right? But when you're the person who owns the trigger, right? Like you own that button. Like the fact that it's malfunctioning, that's on you, boo-boo. So an innocent bystander can come along and trigger you. So they got to get it too because your buttons are broken. Girl, nice try. All right, let me finish pulling these cards. And we are at 8:38 Eastern. Thank you so much, guys, for joining and supporting me. I love you all. You're my babies. And I appreciate all of your love. Okay. Thank you, Ariel. Thank you. You know something? I was thinking one day, I was like, I should just tour the country and just start going and seeing all of my longtime clients. Because I swear, Ariel, I would damn sure come up to that part of the country and I know where you're at. I think I do anyway by your area code. I would just love to dunk your ass, right? And by that, I just mean like cleanse you and bless you and just good old fashioned like baptism, even though I'm not religious, right? Because there is this, and we've talked about it before, there is this fire, that Leo fire inside of you that I do kind of feel like it's specific. You may think that, oh, it's random, anybody can get it. No, I think it's specific. I think you're still hurting from a previous situation that you have not healed from. And you are taking it out on your person. That's what I'm getting. I could be wrong. I don't think I am, but I can. Now, if your fury doesn't turn on me, can you confirm that? She says, please do. Oh, she says, please. I love you all so much. I tell you, I would go up north in New York and Delaware. And thank you for your honesty. Hey guys, the rest of you out there, go ahead and talk or bring up anything that you want to bring up at this time. Unlike previous chats, I am logging out promptly at 9 Eastern. So here's your time to either talk to one another or, just kind of talk about anything you may want me to know at this time. And you don't mind other people seeing as well. I have had some of my clients, I think my oldest client is from 2013. So that's 7 years. Everybody else is younger than 7 years, but it's an honor to me to be here, to be able to help you guys and kind of, serve you guys. So I really do thank you for your support and your love and, putting up with all my craziness. Thank you. Oh, cool, Tara. It's a traveling position. Awesome. Yeah, I kind of feel like originally they said around July 27th. Y'all know that universe doesn't have its own, it doesn't follow human time. It follows its own timeline. So I'm getting kind of around the end of the month. Lady Love 2020. I feel like you could have work issues. I love you. You have concerns, not that you have work issues, but you have concerns about work. What's up with that? While she responds, the next card that comes up is the Five of Pentacles. This is kind of going back into that inner child healing, because I do kind of feel like for a lot of you guys, you think that the guys that you're with makes you feel this way, or they don't value you, or they don't prioritize you. Truth be told is that, yes, if there was an inner child card in the tarot, this would be it, because this has everything to do with how you feel about yourself, how you value yourself. And again, that self that's in your relationships. Okay. You guys are interacting with these guys, these gentlemen, as the Five of Pentacles. And you're also blaming, abusing, and taking it out on them for making you feel like the Five of Pentacles. But truth be told, for some of you, that may be who you feel like deep down inside. Okay, going back to the questions. Oh, thank you, Tori. I enjoy this too. Good, A Marie. Be patient. You're a Mercurian, so I do kind of feel like patience. You're very strategic about your patience. If your patience has a purpose or it's for a good cause, you will be patient. So I do kind of feel like patience is necessary here, because it actually will benefit you and actually work out in your favor. How can we learn about our inner psychic abilities? Tara, there are 7 videos on my channel that I just did a series that I just wrapped up on how to actually develop them. So if you just go to my channel and look under videos, I believe it's also under playlist as well. If you look under a playlist, it's called Developing Your Psychic Abilities. Great question. All right, guys, you got me for about another 15 minutes. Next card. The Three of Wands. This is the card of, okay, now what? I love that. It's like, now what? What are you going to do? What are you going to do? What are you going to do? You going to let this person alter your path, or are you going to keep going? Okay. Angels are saying to me, for a lot of you guys, they're saying, please don't let love cripple you. There are other things in life that need you and that you are needing to do as well. Please don't think that you came here for your person. Screw that divine counterpart stuff, right? We're all each other's divine counterparts, okay? So you can't dedicate as much as you guys want to dedicate your love and all of your heart to one person. God ain't gonna have that. Okay. You got to give it to all of us. And once you start giving it to all of us openly and freely, we'll give it all to you right back. Okay. Marcia, you had another question for me? Lady Love, I applied for several supervisor positions and wanted to ask, what month do you see me working as a supervisor? Is that an additional question? Is that an additional question? I think you're out of questions. Nope. Nope. You're not. So you're fine, Lady Love. Um. Uh, they're saying September, but here's the thing. I feel like this is a shot in the dark, right? Like you're just trying. It's almost like you're like, let me see what happens. Let me see if I can get this, right? The universe doesn't like that energy. We need you to want it. Okay. We need you to commit to it. Cause I kind of feel like this is a gamble. And you're like, okay, you're asking, when will this gamble pay off instead of if this gamble is going to pay off, right? And our answer is, it'll pay off when you get more serious about it. And if and when you get more serious about it, it'll pay off around September. Good, Marcia. Awesome. Did I get all of your questions? Marcia, did I answer all of your questions? Oh, Jasmine, I want to go to New York so bad. Like so bad. I'm originally from, of course, the Bronx, and I miss New York. I haven't been to New York since 2013. And I would go to New York too, by the way. Y'all governor is the shit. I hope Biden picks him as his running mate, because he is sure to get that dick in office out of office. Okay. Okay. All right. Another card. This card keeps coming up, the Four of Cups. So it's like that divine love, the love that the rest of us are trying to give you. You have your back turned to it. What I'm also getting to is, for a lot of you guys, this could be your person as well, right? When he finally comes back in, he's like, hey, baby, how you doing? After canceling 5 times, you're like, whatever, bro. Whatever. Okay. So angels and God and universe are saying to you guys, if you want love, you always have to be open to love. Now, trust me, God, angels, and universe they can't relate to human emotions, because natural energy doesn't have human emotions. So when it comes to a broken heart, angels will always be up there talking about, don't give up, keep going, you can get it. And you're like, your heart is bleeding and broken, and you're like, like I'm about to die, right? But angels in the universe are like, keep going, and you're like, can I heal my heart first? And we'll say to you, are you gonna really? Are you gonna really? Okay. So you can always keep your heart open. By the way, whether your heart is open or closed, there's always a risk of getting hurt. Tried it. It happened. Okay. My heart was closed and I still got hurt. Okay. So, keeping an open heart, there's a risk of being hurt. Closing your heart, it already hurts, and there's a risk of getting hurt more. Okay. So, wouldn't you rather have it opened and receive love from other areas and other aspects? Maybe not as much from your person, but from other areas too. I mean, it's still love, right? So wouldn't that be cool? So try to keep your hearts open, guys. And again, I'm a Scorpio. I can teach y'all some things about how to close it up. Okay, Fort Knox ain't got nothing on me. But it's to the point now where I know that swords and daggers are thrown in my heart's direction. I trust this God. I trust God. I trust the universe to divert them. Okay. And the one that sticks me is the one that's meant for me, right? Because there's a universal lesson behind it. I hate them, universal lessons, right? But I know I'm gonna be okay because I know who's got me. So I don't worry about getting hurt these days. Oh, thank you, Tara. I love you too. I love all of you guys. Thank you so much. All right, we got 10 minutes left. What do you guys want? Another reading? Did any of those cards, I know a couple of you mentioned some of them resonated, but did any of those cards resonate with anyone? All right, I'm going to pull randoms. Anna Marie, go ahead and cry it out. Go ahead and cry it out. Break it on down. Crying is a cleansing. So release that and let it go. Stop trying to be a soldier. Stop trying to be strong. Let that go. Have a quiet, beautiful, wonderful conversation with God and let that go. Okay, babe. Go ahead, Coco Muffin. Love is coming your way. Absolutely. Oh, nice, Marsha. Awesome. Waiting on you, Coco Muffin. I'm not going to let you go before I answer these. Okay, guys. Also, too, don't make any more payments because I'm about to close it out. While Coco Muffin is... oh, he does want a woman VP. Well, if it ain't Michelle Obama, I don't know who else he going to get. Okay, if it ain't Michelle Obama, look, he better go after Andrew Cuomo and stop playing. Three of Wands came back up, so I feel like after this, for a lot of you guys, and Coco Muffin, I'm waiting for your questions. For a lot of you guys, I kind of feel like maybe this session gave you food for thought. So I feel like a lot of planning and plotting, after this session. By the way, sky's the limit. I always say to you guys, after speaking to us, God, Angels, Universe, it's almost like, okay, all right, the slate is clean. What do we want? Where do we want to go? Okay. If I were you guys, just as advice, I would stay away from relationship type questions because, again, because of that healing, it narrows and closes down and limits a lot of your energy and attention. So when it comes to, house and career and kids and wanting that stuff, after this session, there's a perfect time to start launching and using law of attraction to bring a lot of that beautiful energy in. Oh, okay. No worries, Lady Love. The next card, but I just said it too. The Alchemist. This is a magician. This is a King Manifester himself. Coco Muffin, I'm still waiting for you. This is the King Manifester himself. So I kind of feel like for a lot of you guys, again, as soon as this session ends, I want you all to write down 5 things that you want. Not even 5 things that you want, but 5 things that you need in your life. Stay away from negative type of requests. I would like somebody who doesn't lie to me. That's a negative request, okay? Universe just hears lies to you, and they're going to pull from that energy, okay? And you have an energy related to liars, okay? So ask, I would love for somebody beautiful and honest to come into my life. That's a way to positively ask that question, okay? So for a lot of you guys, again, 5 things that you actually need in your life, not want. Lady Love, Cocoa Muffin, I'm still waiting for you. Oh, it's great to see you guys too. I wish this was like two-way so I can see you guys too. So I can see your facial expressions too. That's the other thing too. For those of you guys who have iPhones, I'm thinking about offering like FaceTime readings in the future. I think that would be really, really, really cool. You know, after all of these years, seeing you guys other than like your pictures would be freaking awesome. I think that would be so great. All right, next card up. Cocoa Muffin, if for some reason you don't get your 2 questions in, I'd be happy to call you afterwards. Prince of Wands, fuck boys. Okay. Princess of Wands, still could be a fuck boy. Okay. For a lot of you guys, you are also needing sexual love as well, right? Like for a lot of you, I mean, they're primarily women in this chat. I do kind of feel like for a lot of you guys, you are needing your partner's, you know, kind of physical passion and physical love around you. Okay. Late 30s, 36 maybe. Cocoa Muffin, this is, you do whatever you want to do. Remember, you have free will, right? I don't want you to hold up having children for a relationship, right? And again, I feel like, you know, some people are like, oh, I want to have kids when I'm married. Great, wonderful. But when it's time for God to send you a kid, he's going to send you that child in whatever situation that you're in. Okay. So don't hold up the process for something else. Okay. Because I feel like, say, for instance, if you introduce to the universe that limitation, by the time you're ready to have it, the universe is only going to know that limitation. So be open to it. For some reason, they're bringing up medical issues related to that. I'm not necessarily sure. Cocoa Muffin, I will have a conversation with you after this because I'm kind of getting some other information that I'd like to discuss with you that I don't want to put out here. All right, Lady Love, you're okay with me doing FaceTime. I think that would be so freaking cool. And for those of you guys who don't have FaceTime, we can go on like something else and video chat. I've considered moving out of state. Do you think it's a good? No, not yet. Not yet. Angels are saying if you move, I feel like you would move for emotional reasons to kind of get away, to go someplace different, you know, to just be in a different environment, to get away from all of this stuff. And that's why they're saying don't do it yet, because if you do, you're just going to be relocating your baggage from one state to another one. Not only that, but I do kind of feel like you could be headed down south somewhere, maybe Florida. I don't know if that was the state on your radar. I don't know if you mentioned that in a previous reading, but I kind of feel like, so you're 36 now, you're 30. How old are you now? Why is that too late? Do you want to have kids now? She's like 36. You got stuff to do. Yeah, Natasha, I would love that too. All right, we're 2 minutes out. Cocoa Muffin, let's finish up this conversation offline. I pulled one final card for the collective. And it's the Two of Wands. Okay. Okay, Cocoa Muffin. I see that last card that last statement about marriage. The Two of Wands. This is the card of deciding which way to go, right? The wands in the tarot represent new direction, a new path, and new journey. The twos in the tarot represent balance, right? It also represents coupling, right? A pair, okay? And it also represents kind of like making a decision, okay? So again, I just kind of feel like from this session, I feel like a lot of you need to get serious about, not really get serious, that's a wrong terminology. But I feel like you need to get more decisive. There we go. More decisive about what you need, not what you want, but what you need. Okay. What I'm also getting to is that for a lot of you guys, you are the person who abandons yourself. You remove yourself from the whole entire scenario because you're too busy thinking about the other person. I feel like this is a God request where he would like for you guys to remember him, remember the him that's in you. This is not religious, this is not spiritual, but it's almost like, well, what about me? Or what about you? What about you? What do you want? Right? Because 90% of our readings have to do with another person. Okay. Only 10% has to do with the actual querent, which is you guys. Okay. So don't neglect yourself. Neglect and abandonment, right? Neglect and abandonment. Don't forget yourself. Don't neglect yourself. Don't abandon yourself. Not only that, but it's almost like, which one are you going to do today? Have you been doing this for so long that you think it's your person doing it to you, but it's you actually doing it yourself? Are you neglecting yourself? Jasmine, you talked about going back to school. Absolutely. Feed that to yourself. That's how you love yourself. That's how you take care of yourself. A lot of you guys are talking about houses and moving and, expanding families. Abso-freaking-lutely. We have to get better at feeding ourselves and walking along those paths that are going to make us happy, whether a man is on them or not. Okay. And with that, guys, I'm going to go ahead and end this session. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much. And hopefully I will see you guys back here next week. Stay tuned. Bye, guys.